Hello, in this session we are going to discuss about IP as IoT network layer consisting of two different application layer protocols named as COAP and MQTT. So let us see application layer protocols. Whenever we are considering some set of constrained networks which is deployed in a large scale consisting of constrained nodes, web-based applications and different data model protocols which are heavy for IoT applications. To address this problem, a new lightweight protocols have been defined for the large number of constrained networks and the nodes. The two most popular protocols designed for the application layer protocol are COAP and MQTT. So the first thing, both of them are at the top of the sample stack, which is based on the IEEE 802, where COAP are deployed over the UDP and MQTT are deployed over the TCP. COAP, that is Constrained Application Protocol, where this framework is designed for the resource-oriented applications defined basically for a constrained nodes and the networks, which is very simple and flexible, which can manipulate the data collected from the sensors and actuators for the data management. It is primarily designed to facilitate the exchange of the messages over UDP between the endpoints, which includes a secure transport protocol datagram transport layer security, that is abbreviated as DTLS. It also consists of the SMS services in an open mobile alliances for a lightweight machine-to-machine IoT device management. If we consider a message format of COAP, it is composed of 4 bytes which consist of different fields. The first field in the first element is a version which specifies the version of a COAP. The second field is T, that is the type, depends on the 4 different message types called as confirmable, non-confirmable, acknowledgement, reset. So these are the 4 different types of messages that can be specified with the second field T. And the third field is TKL, that is specified with the length of a token field. It ranges from 0 to 8 bytes. The next field is a code which indicates the request method for the request message and a response code for the response message. So it specifies the request and response code. The next parameter is a message ID, which is to identify the duplication based on the acknowledgement and reset messages. After that, we have one more field which is specified as a token, which is optional. If it is mentioned, it will be specifying with the length of TKL, that is the token length, which should be specified based on the length of the token. And other than this, we have optional fields, payload, which will indicate the type of the data which is carried out with the help of COAP. We can say that COAP can be implemented over IPv4 or IPv6, where it is recommended for such applications based on the single IP packet as well as UDP payload to avoid the fragmentation. So if we consider an infrastructure of IoT using a COAP communication, it can be considered in a different paths where the connections between the devices located on the same or different constrained network or between the devices and generic internet or cloud services along with a different operating devices over the IP. As HTTP and COAP are both considered as an IP based protocol where the proxy functions can be located practically anywhere in the network. It can be located anywhere in the network. So It's not mandatorily to be specified as a border with constrained or non-constrained networks. Similar to our HTTP, COAP is based on the REST architecture, but it acts both on the client as well as the server for the exchange of information like asynchronous messages, or a client can request an action via method code for the server resources. Here, an URI, Uniform Resource Identifier, localized on the server identifies this type of the resources, and the server responds with a response code which includes the response publications or the representation along with the methods get, put, delete and post. The next protocol to be considered is MQTT, that is Messaging Queuing Telemetry Transport. So this sort of protocol is considered in harsh environments like oil and gas industries, where a simple protocol is not suitable for the particular industries, where there are a lot of constrained nodes with a varying bandwidth and the communication. There are some applications like client server selection or publish subscribe framework are defined based on the TCP IP architecture. So let us consider publish and subscribe framework, where on one side we consider with a publish, that's a MQTT client. We have a server which consisting of a message broker, that is consisted as a MQTT broker, where the data from the client is requested to the server. In turn, the server will access the data, or it will pass the data to the applications, to the subscribers, that is the different clients which are specified as a subscriber. It is publish subscribe method framework is similar to our client and server method, where the client requests some data. In this case, the example of a temperature and a relative humidity sensors, it will request the data and that will be processed to the applications through the server collected from the client. So here the client acts as a publisher to send the data to the MQTT server, acting as MQTT broker. Similarly, the data will be passed through the MQTT server with the data value of temperature and relative humidity collected from the different sensors. The presence of this message broker in MQTT helps the data transmission in a better way to transmit the data compared to the COAP, as MQTT contains a smaller header of 2 bytes compared to the 4 bytes of COAP. If you consider the difference between the message format of COAP and MQTT, compared to COAP, MQTT message format is with a lesser size of just 1 byte, with a quality of service header, different qualities are defined, duplication flag is identified, the data is retained, and the message length will be considered for the application. If you consider the different message types between the client and the server, we can consider maybe connect. The value of that connect is 1, which will be indicating that the data is flowing from client to server for connection request. Similarly, we can also have a publish, the data to be published from the client to the server. Once the data is published, it will be acknowledged with the publish method. That is, the data is sent from the client to the server and server returns back to the client. Along with that, once the data is received and published, then you will be getting pub receive pub rec method, that's a message type. Subscribe acknowledgement, unsubscribe acknowledgement, ping request, ping response, and disconnect. So these are the few message types which are utilized in a MQTT. Thank you.